I was a contestant on Beast Games on Amazon Prime. In this YouTube video, I'm going to show you what it's like to be a contestant. I initially applied to the casting on casting networks. I got a call back and they flew me out to Vegas about a week later. And I had like a layover in Dallas, and on the plane to Vegas, I met so many other contestants that were also competing in Beast Games. If you didn't know, it started off with 2,000 people in the YouTube video. We finally landed in Las Vegas. It was my first time ever going to Vegas. This is me waiting on the Uber to pick me up. They gave us an Uber code, so all the Ubers were free to help us get around Vegas. Then I drove to the hotel. They had us check in at the Luxor Hotel. That's where they got all of our rooms situated, and then they got us our RFID bands and everything. But this was just the ride from the airport to the actual hotel. The Luxor looks like an Egyptian pyramid from the outside. It was so cute. And this is what my hotel room looked like. I had a room all to myself. It had 2 beds. The bathroom was decent. I was about to take a shower because I needed to bathe after such a long flight because I live in Florida. These are the 2 beds, and that's what the view from outside looked like. By this time, it was nighttime. So by the next morning, I could finally see what it looked like way clearer. Then I actually hopped in the shower and I took a nap, and the next day I just looked out the window to see what it actually looked like. It was such a cute view from my room. And this is what our RFID bracelets look like. That's what they scan to have all your information. And if you get eliminated, they also scan that. Or if you pass the next round, they scan that too. So I got this really rare Snickers bar from the gift shop. I thought it was going to be like the Dubai chocolate, but then it wasn't. And then I had maintenance come to my room and help me fix my TV. They gave me 2 vouchers because my TV was not working. Then I got my jersey to actually compete in the games. That's what it looked like, front and back. I was so excited. I was like, I cannot believe I'm in Vegas actually doing this. Like, wow. It was so shocking. I was hyped. And I was like, I don't know what to expect being in this stadium for the next 4 days. So I made sure I did my makeup. My hair was in braids because, you know, I got to make sure I look good. Then they had us put these trash bags over our outfits because it was top secret that we were actually there for Beast Games. Like, no one was supposed to know that. So we had to put on these trash bags and disguise ourselves. So if you were in Vegas around like July, August, and you saw a bunch of people with trash bags on, it was for Beast Games. Now you know, cat's out the bag. And it was literally like 110 degrees this week in Vegas. So imagine wearing a trash bag on top of that. Like, we were sweating. Then I was in the stadium for 4 days. You know, I couldn't record that part. But then afterwards, I had actually made it onto Beast Games. I did not get eliminated in Vegas. So after this, I just enjoyed the rest of my days in Vegas. I was in Vegas for about a good 4 days afterwards also. Then I just walked around with some of the other contestants and I enjoyed my time there. It was so fun. Like I said, I had never been there before. So we hit up the different casinos. We just did all types of stuff. Like, Vegas is such a nice touristy area, and this experience was like so amazing. This specifically was like one of my favorite places to go. The Bellagio had such nice scenery. I think it's probably one of the most scenic hotels to go to. And I even made a wish. I wish that I would win Beast Games. That was my wish. And that wish did not come true because I got eliminated, unfortunately. And afterwards, we walked outside. We went to go see the fountain show. It was so crowded, surprisingly. I mean, it was summertime, so it's a given. I'm not shocked at that. And it was so cute. Like, Vegas is a really nice place. I would highly recommend. After this, I went back to the hotel. I was staying at the Rio at this point, not the Luxor anymore. Then we all got changed and we got dressed to go to Din Tai Fun because y'all really hyped up this restaurant on TikTok. It's crazy, y'all. Like, it's okay. The food is okay. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's not like how y'all be hyping it up on the internet. I was really expecting something top notch, out of this world, and it just didn't give. It wasn't bad though. Would I go back? Maybe. It's like, I rate it like a 6 out of 10. Since it's located in the Aria, we also played a little bit of slot games. I didn't really win anything. I was winning at first, and then I kept going, and boom, I lost. And then the next day, we went to this Mexican cafe. We ended up getting some really good Mexican food. My horchata was amazing. Then I met up with other contestants, and then we ended up going to the strip. It was so fun. That is Anicia, Sean, Cortez, and Dee. And when you're in Vegas, you got to get you one of them big alcoholic drinks. So I was just walking up and down the strip with that big drink in my hand. I cannot believe I drank the whole thing. And this is only in America. Where do you see this at? That's crazy. Then we went to this restaurant called the Dirt Dog. We ordered food. It was so good. These are elotes fries. And then I ordered a corn dog. I didn't want to order nothing too crazy because I knew we was going to be drinking and we was going to be out all night. Then we walked further down on the strip and we saw a Zoltar machine. So Sean gave the Zoltar machine $1 and it told him something, but I don't really think that thing could actually read your future. Then we got some ice cream, and then we saw the downtown Las Vegas sign. So, I had to get me a couple pictures and videos down here. So, I was actually in Las Vegas. This experience was just so crazy and amazing. It didn't even feel like I was there for a game show. It felt like I was just on a week-long vacation, having fun, having the time of my life. And that's Dee. She is so crazy. She's hilarious. Then we hopped back in that black truck, went back to our hotel. We changed, and then we headed back to the Aria because the Aria has a club at the bottom. We met up with even more contestants. Again, we all had got a section because some of them got a section. So I was in a section with them. Then we walked around. We was having a ball. That's Cortez. He's a dancing machine. We were literally in this club for hours, probably a good 2 or 3 hours. And that's like low-key a long time to be in the club. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we were literally some of the last people to leave the club. They weren't with us. These is just random people. I just want y'all to see the madness that she doing on that man. We were literally there for so long. Like, sometime when it's time to go, it's time to go. Like, they was low-key kicking us out. Like, y'all gots to go. Can't you see in the background there's nobody behind us? So we finally left the club. And then it was so many of us, we had to take separate Ubers. Then we headed over to this lounge because it was somebody's birthday. Then they ordered bottles. We were sitting in this section in the lounge, but some people had flights to catch. So some people had to leave like straight from the club or the lounge and head over to catch their flight. But my flight didn't leave till the next day. So then we headed back to the hotel. We got some food. And by this time, it's the next day, like midday. So then we're eating, and then it was time for me to catch my flight. Before I caught my flight, I made sure I really got my money's worth, even though I didn't pay for nothing. But I made sure I got my money's worth of my time in Vegas. I wished in every single fountain that I saw. I walked around the entire hotel. I had to see everything. We went to the Fontainebleau to pick up our per diem. And this was my last time being with my Beast Games crew in Vegas because some of them got eliminated. So they didn't make it to Canada like I did for the next part of the race. But, the only person that really made it in our group was me and Cortez. Then I headed on to the plane, and then I went home. And 3 weeks later, it was time for me to head over to Toronto for the actual Beast Games. Those 3 weeks in between filming felt super long, but then one day I was finally there. I competed in the games for a total of 2 weeks. I ended up making it to the top 100 of all contestants, and unfortunately I end up being eliminated in episode 4. But it was an amazing journey nonetheless.
3 of you will be eliminated.
After I was eliminated, we all stayed at this hotel, and I met back up with Jimmy, who was in the red cube with me in episode 3. It's so crazy that he literally got eliminated 2 days prior to us, and he was still in Toronto when we were eliminated. Since we were all still in town, the next day we headed over to downtown Toronto, and we went to the CN Tower. It was just me and Jimmy because other people's flights left earlier, and my flight left later in the day, around like 2 p.m. So before my flight, we headed over here, and we had to make it really quick because I did not want to miss my flight. No. But the CN Tower was so fun, even though I have a odd fear of heights. It was taller than it looks. It's one of the tallest buildings in the world. Like, I did not realize how tall this building was till I was in there. It's so tall that your ears pop at the top. Like, and you can literally see everywhere from the top of this building. I've been wanting to go to the CN Tower since I saw Drake sitting on it on one of his album covers. Like, yeah, when I saw this building, I was like, wait, that's the building on Drake's album cover. We gotta go there. We really were supposed to go to Niagara Falls, but then my flight left too close to go to Niagara Falls. Like, if I went to Niagara Falls, I definitely would have missed that flight. Like, we couldn't do that this trip. But maybe if I go back to Toronto again, then I'll definitely go that time around. And it's so crazy because the views from this building were absolutely stunning. And I finally understand why Drake named that album Views. Because the views from this building is insane. We're cutting it really close. Since it's an international flight, I really should have been at the airport by around 12. But I just had to, experience Toronto for what it had to offer. Because I didn't really have no time because I was in B City the entire time. So this was the final view that we were waiting for. This was so cute. I feel like it was worth it. Like, this is like a unique experience that I'm always gonna remember. And there goes Jimmy. I don't know why we were acting like we had nowhere to be, as if I didn't have a flight to catch in a few hours and our hotel wasn't 45 minutes away and I didn't have to go get my suitcase and I didn't have to go actually check into the airport and go through security and check in my bag. Like, we were acting like we had all the time in the world, and we did not. Yep, we did not have all the time in the world. We headed downstairs and walked across the street to this bar to get some drinks because me and Jimmy had a deal. I told him I'll buy a drink for eliminating him. And ironically, I got eliminated too, but hey, I bought him a drink. Then about 4 months later, it was time for the premiere in LA. So I got a flight that had a layover in Chicago. So I was in Chicago for like a good 2 hours. I can't lie, that Chicago pizza was so good. Usually I don't like deep dish pizza, but that pizza, it was so good. Then finally made it over to LA after like 8 hours of traveling. Mind you, I live in Florida, so the time difference plus the layover plus, actually flying there, oh my gosh, that was such a long flight. Then when I landed, I met up with my friend number 996. Her name is Anna, and we headed over to the hotel that the premiere was in. And I was so shocked to see so many billboards of Beast Games all over. Like, literally, I'm on a billboard. Y'all would not believe this. I am on a billboard. It's so crazy to even think that. And there goes Anna. We hopped into our Uber and then we finally made it. It was in Venice Beach. But before we actually went to the destination, we headed over to Cheesecake Factory because other contestants were actually there. So it was like a contestant reunion, because if you really think about it, when would you ever see these people ever again? Like, outside of the games and the city, where would you see them? You would never see them again. So I live in Florida. Some of these people live in California. Some of these people live in New York, Texas, Utah. Like, you would never see these people again. It's crazy. But I was just soaking in the scenery. It was good to finally be back in LA again. I haven't been there for like 4 years. It's insane. It was crazy to see everyone outside of their jerseys. Like, everyone looks so different. Like, yo, this is what you look like in real life? It's crazy. Like, we're really not in the games right now. You're almost unrecognizable. I'm expecting to see you in your blue jersey with your number on. But you look so different. We sat down by the bar. We got some drinks. We rekindled with everybody. This was like one of my favorite couples in the games. They got out during the Red Cube games. The line to get in to watch episode 1 and 2 was so long. And this is me and Cortez. We are reunited, and it's so unfortunate. I thought I was going to see him in the city, and he got eliminated during the block games, which absolutely sucks. But I couldn't leave without doing his famous TikTok dance with him. Then we got all our jerseys released back to us, and Mr. Beast had a really long, nice speech, and we were taking pictures. They gave us a bunch of chocolate. Like, it's Beast Games Feastable chocolate galore, like an endless amount. And I was just networking and, mingling, taking pictures. There goes Nolan behind me. And I really liked how they had the billboards, but like miniatures inside of the premiere room. So you can actually see everyone's picture up close. I got to see like all the other contestants up close, and me right there, number 951, repping forever. And I actually ended up seeing some contestants that I had not seen since I had gotten eliminated.
Hey.
Oh, you wouldn't believe it. She told me stay on her team, and I came on.
She walked away. When he said pick your team, she walked away.
And I got eliminated. That was me screaming Jimmy's name. He's so hilarious. And I didn't think I would see him there, but of course he would be there. He literally lives in LA. This is him showing us his signature move. Bam! Pizza on the wall. He's one of the most hilarious people ever. But the rest of the premiere was just spent taking pictures and, you know, getting in my content. That's how I'm able to give you this video about me going there now. And it wasn't too long after that I had to catch my flight because I only went there just for the premiere. So it was literally a quick turnaround. Hop on the flight, go to the premiere, hop back on, go back home. That is it. We wrapped things up. We said goodbye for now to all the other contestants. Hey, this is for my YouTube video. I'm here with Tariq.
Subscribe to her YouTube.
Definitely. These games premiere was great. 10 out of 10.
What did you think of it?
It was excellent.
So you saw 2 episodes. Which one's your favorite?
2.
You like 2 more?
Yeah, I can see me more.
2 was so good.
Obviously. Definitely.
And then, how many episodes did you make it into the show? Don't say it. Watch these games.
Oh, whoa. Saw the board with everyone's picture, and I absolutely love his picture. It's absolutely insane. He made me laugh so hard. Anna and I both headed back over to the airport at the same time because she also had an immediate flight right after the premiere. And that is how my experience went as a Beast Games contestant. It was absolutely amazing. This was like a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I'm so glad that you watched. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.